Let's talk about some witchy books, my little witchlings. Hello guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So hello guys, I am back and we are here with a new video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about 10 witchy books, 5 of which I have read already and have my own review on, and 5 of which I want to read very soon. So I'm excited to talk about books. I haven't talked about books in a while. Here we are doing it. So I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get right into it. So as I said, I have 10 books to talk about. So the first book I want to talk about is Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. And this kind of goes for all of the Alice Hoffman books and the Practical Magic series. I absolutely love Practical Magic and it is very special to me and my family. I would say my favorite book so far out of this series is Magic Lessons, and this one is chronologically the first book in the series. So in this story we are following Maria Owens. She is raised by Hannah Owens and they are both witches. With Maria Owens in the 1600s when she's abandoned in a snowy field in rural England as a baby. Under the care of Hannah Owens, Maria learns about the nameless art. Hannah recognizes that Maria has a gift and she teaches the girl all she knows. It is here that she learns her first important lesson. Always love someone who will love you back. This was my favorite book I think so far and I just thought it was beautiful. So that is the first book I wanted to talk about. Technically first 4 books I want to talk about, but we're counting this as one. Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. The next book I think is one of my favorite books ever. This is my favorite book on this list, and that is Slooh Foot by Brom. I actually have it right behind me. I usually have it behind me in all my videos because I just love it that much. So Slooh Foot, A Tale of Bewitchery. It is a very gruesome tale, but it is also so beautiful, I think. And I cried and I laughed. So many emotions came out of me when I was reading this book. Set in colonial New England, Slooh Foot is a tale of magic and mystery, of triumph and terror. A young spirited Englishwoman, Abatha, arrives at a Puritan colony, betrothed to a stranger, only to become quickly widowed when her husband dies under a mysterious circumstance. Abatha fights for what little freedom she can grasp onto, while trying to stay true to herself and her past. Enter Slooh Foot, a powerful spirit of antiquity, newly woken, and trying to find his own role in the world. But as the shadows walk and villagers start dying, a new rumor is whispered, which both Abatha and Slooh Foot must swiftly decide who they are and what they must do to survive in a world intent on hanging anyone who meddles in the dark arts. I believe that this was such a beautiful book that just grasps you from the very first page. Slooh Foot is my new favorite person. I absolutely love him. Literally, when I finished this book, I put it down and I'm like, that was cute. Even though this book is so gruesome and so dark, me, the freaking weirdo, thinks it was cute. That is Slooh Foot by Brom. The next book we have here is The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. This is the second book in the Dangerous Damsels series. They don't need to be read in order, but there is some characters that are in other books that are a part of the story. Anyway, this book is hilarious. The first thing that I saw was that it is a mixture of Pride and Prejudice, Pirates of the Caribbean, and witches. That's the best combination I think there ever could be. So this book is about a witch and a pirate falling in love. And that is literally my dream and goal in life, is to find a pirate and marry him. Miss Charlotte Pettifer belongs to a secret league of women skilled in the subtle arts. This is to say, although it must never be said, witchcraft. The League of Gentlewomen Witches strives to improve the world in small ways. Using magic, they tidy, correct, and manipulate according to their notions of what is proper, entirely unlike those of the Wisteria Society. When the long-lost amulet of Black Beryl is discovered, it is up to Charlotte, as the future leader of the League, to make sure the powerful talisman does not fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, it is most unfortunate when she crosses paths with Alex O'Reilly, a pirate who is no Mr. Darcy. With all of the world scrambling after the amulet, Alex and Charlotte join forces to steal it together. If only they can keep their pickpocketing hands to themselves. If Alex is not careful, he might just steal something else, such as Charlotte's heart. It is such a funny and cute little rom-com, and it's just so hilarious and like so bizarre, but in the best way possible. A witch and a pirate. Name something better. The next book is another series, and that is A Discovery of Witches, or the All Souls trilogy. I have only read 2 books out of this trilogy. I have yet to read the third one. A Discovery of Witches was honestly the best book I read. That was the best book I read in 2022. Basically what it is adult Twilight, but better. We are following Diana Bishop, who is a historian, and she works most of her time in Oxford's Bodleian Library, and it is on one day that she comes across a vampire named Matthew Claremont. That is where the story starts. It literally is so similar to Twilight, but just so much better. I love the first book. I love the second book even more. I'm scared to read the third book because I just don't want this story to end. When I finished this book, I thought it was a freaking masterpiece. This is actually a book for if you like witches or vampires, and I think it's just a perfect book. The final book I have of the books that I have read is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. Carrie Maniscalco is the author of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I absolutely loved that series when I read it back in like 8th grade. So Kingdom of the Wicked is a trilogy. I've only read the first book. I have the second book. I don't have the third book yet. I haven't read the last 2 books, and I feel like I should now. 2 sisters, 1 brutal murder. A quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance. Amelia and her twin sister Victoria are witches who live secretly among humans, avoiding notice and persecution. One night, Victoria misses dinner service at the family's renowned Sicilian restaurant. Amelia soon finds the body of her beloved twin, desecrated beyond belief. Devastated, Amelia sets out to find her twin sister's killer and to seek vengeance at any cost, even if it means using dark magic that's long been forbidden. Then, Amelia meets Wrath, one of the wicked princes of hell she has been warned against in tales since she was a child. Wrath claims to be on Amelia's side, tasked by his master with solving the series of women's murders on the island. But when it comes to the wicked, nothing is as it seems. I remember really enjoying this book. I think I do want to continue the series soon. I should finish it. Now, it's seriously like, this came out in 2020, and I still haven't finished the series. So the next 5 books are witchy books that I still want to read and I haven't read yet, so let's get right into those. The first book is The Book of Gothel, Memoir of a Witch. I just recently found this. It just recently came out in September. Everyone knows the story of Rapunzel in her tower, but do you know the story of the witch who put her there? A lush historical retelling, Mary McMine's spellbinding debut reveals the truth behind the fairy tale, the truth they never wanted you to know, as only a witch might tell it. So here we are set in Germany, 1156. With her strange black eyes and even stranger fainting spells, young Heloise has never quite fit in. Shunned by her village, her only solace lies in the stories her mother tells of child-stealing witches, of princes in wolfskins, and an ancient tower cloaked in mist, where women will find shelter if they are brave enough to seek it. When her mother dies, Heloise is left unmoored. With nothing left for her in the village, she sets out to find the legendary tower her mother spoke of, a place called Gothel, where she meets a wise woman willing to take Heloise under her wing. There she discovers the magic is found not only in the realm of the fairy tales, but Heloise is not the only woman to seek refuge at Gothel. It's also a haven for a girl named Rika, who carries with her a secret the church strives to keep hidden. A secret that reveals a dark world of ancient spells and murderous nobles behind the world Heloise has always known. The next book I have here is Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin. When 18-year-old witch Iris Grey accidentally enacts a curse that could have dire consequences, she must team up with a boy who hates witches to make sure her magic isn't unleashed on the world. Iris Grey knows witches aren't welcome in most towns. When she was forced to leave her last home, she left behind a father who was no longer willing to start over. And while the witches' council was lenient in her punishment, Iris knows they're keeping tabs on her. Now settled in Washington, Iris never lets anyone see who she really is. Instead, she vents her frustrations by writing curses she never intends to cast. Otherwise, she spends her days at the wildlife refuge, which would be a perfect job if not for Pike Alder, the witch-hating, aspiring ornithologist who interns with them. Iris concocts this perfect curse for Pike, one that will turn him into a witch. But just as she's about to dispel it, a bird swoops down and steals the curse before flying away. If the bird dies, the curse will be unleashed, and the bird is a powerful amplifier, and unleashing the curse not just turned Pike, but everyone in the region into a witch. New witches have no idea how to control their magic, and their consequences would be dire, and the Witches' Council does not look kindly on multiple offenses. They found out Iris could be stripped of her magic for good. Iris begs Pike to help her track the bird, and they set out on a trek through the Pacific Northwest looking for a single bird that could destroy everything. I really like ravens and crows, so I really hope that this is a raven. The next book we have here is The Witch of Willow Hall by Hester Fox. I think this cover is so gorgeous too. All these covers look so amazing, and I just want to read all of these witchy books right now. 2 centuries after the Salem witch trials, there is still one witch left in Massachusetts, but she doesn't even know it. Take this as a warning. If you are not able or willing to control yourself, it will not only be you who suffers the consequences, but those around you as well. New Oldbury, 1821. In the wake of a scandal, the Montrose family and their 3 daughters, Catherine, Lydia, and Emmeline, leave Boston for their new country home, Willow Hall. The estate seems sleepy and idyllic, but a subtle menace creeps into the atmosphere, remnants of a dark history that call to Lydia and to the youngest Emmeline. All 3 daughters will be irrevocably changed by what follows, but none more than Lydia, who must draw on the power she never knew she possessed if she wants to protect those she loves. For Willow Hall's secrets will rise in the end. I love that. I love that. The next book I have here is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brianne Randall. First thing I heard about this book is that it is almost exactly like Practical Magic and Gilmore Girls at the exact same time. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic is a debut novel that explores the shields we build around our hearts to retain our own magic. Sadie Revelair has always believed that the curse of 4 heartbreaks that accompanies her magic would be worth the price. But when her grandmother is diagnosed with cancer with only weeks to live, and her first heartbreak, Jake Neely, returns to town after a decade, her carefully structured life begins to unravel. With the news of their grandmother's impending death, Sadie's estranged twin brother, Seth, returns to town, bringing with him deeply buried family secrets that threaten to tear Sadie's world apart. Their grandmother has been the backbone of the family for generations, and with her death, Sadie isn't sure she'll have the strength to keep the family and her magic together. As feelings for Jake begin to rekindle, and her grandmother growing sicker by the day, Sadie faces the last of her heartbreaks, and she has to decide, is love more important than magic? Readers who love the magic of the particular sadness of lemon cake and the sense of community found in the very secret society of irregular witches will enjoy this warm, witchy novel. Final book I have on this list is The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. In 1893, there is no such thing as witches. There used to be, in the wild, dark days before the burnings began. But now witching is nothing but tidy charms and nursery rhymes. If the modern woman wants any measure of power, she must find it at the ballot box. But when the Eastwood sisters, James Juniper, Agnes Amarantha, and Beatrice Belladonna join the suffragists of New Salem, they begin to pursue the forgotten words and ways that might turn the women's movement into a witches' movement. Stalked by shadows and sickness, haunted by forces who will not suffer a witch to vote and perhaps not even live, sisters will need to delve into the oldest of magic, draw new alliances, and heal the bond between them if they want to survive. There's no such thing as witches, but there will be. I am very excited for that book too. So those are all the books I wanted to talk to you guys about today. If you have read any of them, please let me know. I'm excited to read the past 5 books. I love witchy stories so much, and I think they're one of my favorite things of all time, so I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please hit the like button, hit subscribe if you have not already, and click the notification bell so you've been notified every single time that I upload. And if you want to find me anywhere else for any more witchy content, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, GoodReads, Pinterest, and in between the pages of a book. And as always, remember to be the Captain Jack Sparrow of your story, and may your compass lead you to amazing things. And I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Stay magical.